So we're now going to visit one of the main organizations working on LGBTI rights here in Vietnam. And it's called ICS. And I've been talking to Nguyen, and I think that's who's gonna receive us now. Nguyen? Hey! Yes. Hello.
Yeah.
This is long.
ICS has a mission to promote and protect the rights of LGBT people in Vietnam. The organization for and by LGBT people until now. Two roles, one as a community organization, and sometimes we work as an organization so that we have the two views. Our mission is to promote and protect the rights of LGBT people. We have some key strategies, but the most important one is to empower LGBT people. From 2008 or 2013, during that time we focus on changing social perception or attitude toward LGBT people. But now our key is to promote the empowerment. Maybe 1 or 2 years ago, when we advocated for the law of marriage and family, a lot of members in the community, they say that, it is not necessary. You just love the one you love and live quietly. When we raised the issue of equal marriage, they said, some of them said, you just make noise. If you go out, you have the activities like a parade or showing your visibility, maybe many other people in the society will hate you, or they don't like you, or you just see you want to drag, or you just want to go outside hand in hand. But now things change. So at that time when we talk about rights of LGBT people, we ask them, what do you think about the rights of us? What is it? So you just say, this is getting married. So people just think about marriage as the unique rights, but there are many different rights of the people. Yes, going to school without stigma or discrimination, have good health care service in hospitals, or just going out and nobody is scared of you or stared at you. Things change now, so people understand their rights now. Many of them are now want to engage into the sexual diversity education in schools or universities. And the work with Pride, the first one to change the environment of employment in corporates. And the second biggest one is the tradition, the social perception. But it's not only to LGBT issues, but to the gender equity in Vietnam. A woman should get married to a man, have a baby, and they say that, that's the perfect. If you are a single mom, a single dad, that's not, they consider is something not normal. So if you are an LGBT people, they say, you shouldn't. In Vietnam, hate crimes is quite very rare. But surrounding people in their families, in the neighborhood, in our class, your companies, they can talk about you with each other. They can say something. For example, when you go across them, they can say, hey, pede.
Yeah.
The term pede. Sometimes in the newspaper, people read something about crimes. But if it is heterosexual people, they ignore it. But if it's a transgender or gay or lesbian, they will say, it's not good for the child. Or parents, they say, if somebody's children are gay or lesbian, they say, okay, that's fine. But in case their children are gay or lesbian or transgender, they cannot accept it. But it is the lack of information, the lack of knowledge about sexual diversity So now we are working to change it. We produce materials. We work with journalists, with teachers and students or parents of LGBT people to change. With organizations like CCIP or IC to advocate for laws.
And for you personally?
I came from the north, like Thun. And a lot of people who are LGBT are living in Ho Chi Minh City from the north. I was born in the early of the 1980s. I was born in 1982. Until I graduated from university, did I recognize that I was a lesbian. I couldn't explain my sexual orientation or my feeling to other same-sex people. But the reason was that I couldn't find anything about myself through newspaper, through books that we were taught at schools or in newspapers or in the internet. It was quite a blank. So I myself didn't understand about me. So it was quite very strange, and I was quite different from other people. In 2005, I read an article about, they wrote very negative things about a meeting of lesbian groups was from an online web forum. And I was curious, and I read and I said, oh, same as me. So I tried to find out the forum, and when I entered it, I realized that a lot of people like me. And when I read the things that their stories they're sharing, I see that not only me felt strange about myself, felt alone. Sometimes thinking about like a suicide or the meaning of living this way, or the hope or that my parents want to see in my life, that I will graduate, have a good job, have a husband, and have a good children, and have a happy life. Until I graduated from university, so I had a chance to see who I was. In 2013, I came out to my parents. Very late, just
2 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago. I found out that it's quite unfair to my parents because they are the one who want the best thing for me, but I cannot share with them. And if I cannot share about myself with them, it's quite, there's a very huge space between us. So I had a partner at that time, and I decided to came out. And I was quite lucky because they accepted me even sooner than I guess. They have very much struggling inside their head. But my parents talk with each other and say, okay, it's fine. The most important thing is that our daughter feel happy, and she has a good life, a good job, has a partner, and so it's the nature thing. The coming out story. I was around 30s, and in Vietnam, a man or a woman should get married before 30. If you get married older than other people, you will face questions like, what's the matter with you? What's wrong with you? Why do you get married early and have a baby and have a good family? So we always face the same questions. And so my parents tried to introduce me to their friends' sons, who also lived in Ho Chi Minh City many times, and so I tried to refuse with the reason such as I have a lot of work to do. I travel a lot, I don't have time yet, I don't think about it yet. And especially my mother, she thinks a lot about it. The reason why Or is there something wrong with me that I could not tell her? She called me and asked me why. Something wrong with you? I guess that I'm your mother. I felt something that you don't want to tell me. So just a second, I say, oh, maybe this now or never. First I tell her that, oh yes, I have something that actually I hide it from you for a long time. And if I tell you about this, please understand that it is just want to share with you my story for you to understand about me. I said, I'm a lesbian, I'm gay. But being gay is not a disease. It's a nature. It is not your fault. It is not my fault. It's who I am. She is quiet, very seconds. She tried to find some reasons for my being gay. I repeated that it is not a disease, Mom. So she was quiet maybe several days later. And so I text her that, oh, please don't tell this to Daddy. I will tell. But then she texted me again. Oh, I told him already. Said, oh, he even persuaded me that it was quite a normal thing. And he also tell me that in the USA or in other countries, in the Netherlands, people can even get married if you are a gay or lesbian. And he asked me not to think about this too much.
Your father?
Yes. From that time on, we gradually talk with each other very easily, even more easier than what I imagined. I can tell them where I'm going. So now I can feel free to tell them and even to share with them my personal life, my partner, how we met, how we fall in love, and what our plans for the future. Gradually, I brought my partner to my home to meet everyone. We are now accepted among the two families. Parents love their child in different ways, and so we should find a way that the two love can meet. And in my case, my parents and I try to find the same way so that we can talk, we can communicate with each other. And so being accepted is more easier.
Your partner, how was it?
She's living with me. We have been together 4 years. So maybe 2 years, struggling, sharing, communicating, meeting, seeing our lives. They understand, and also they see that we are family. It's not easy for coming out in every places, but in Vietnam, it is even the lacking of information, tradition, thinking of people, the definition of being happy. What is being happy? People just see that being happy is to have a family, as everyone has. The diversity, the meaning of diversity still lacks in the Vietnam society. It is the fighting of even not the law, but more difficult is the people's thinking to change.
But you're not married because you cannot get married here, not even civil union, right? So there is no legal protection at all for you and your partner.
Yeah, I can have a wedding.
Just a ceremony, but no.
Yes, last time maybe having a wedding party was fine. Now we can have wedding parties, but no recognition if we get married. It's a blank in the law. When someone say the term pede, many people will say, "Oh, you're right. You're wrong. Yeah. It's not right. Not pede. It is not your term. You should use LGBT."
Do you think about kids?
We have kids.
Oh, really?
Our kid is 7 years old now. She has been with us since, 2012. The 4th year she's in Saigon. At first was quite worried about the kindergarten. We thought that, if they see that every day the two mothers go to pick her from kindergarten to home, so maybe they will recognize that we are a couple, and maybe they will make our child sad. But I don't know why the kindergarten is quite very friendly.
Oh.
The headmaster who has our Facebook, so she could read everything about our lives. And she take it very natural. She see that we take care with each other and take care of her. So after 1 month going back to Hanoi with her father, she told me, so please you stay here to take care of my mother, will you? So I was quite surprised. And my partner, she was in the balcony. When she heard that, she's quite very surprised and happy, because she knows that as a child, if you don't believe someone, you cannot say something. You cannot ask that people to take care of your mother. So it's one sign of changing the kid. We change the pronunciation, the way we call to each other. When she visited us, we called each other as buddy. But when she moved to Saigon to live with us, so we decided to change to mother and daughter. So at first we see that, what do you think about a woman loving a woman? At first she said, it's quite strange. I didn't see that. I think it's quite very strange for me. But then the second time is that, actually my mother, your mother and I are lovers. We love each other. You know, a man loves a woman, and we, the two women, love each other. You know, we love each other, but we cannot get married to each other. She said, why? Why? You two love each other, but you cannot get married? Why? And we said, sometimes the law don't allow it. If we get married, maybe we will be fined. Someone will go and say you cannot get married to each other. And she was very angry. She said, if you have a wedding party, and if someone go there and stop it, I will slap them. So every day we talk and we dialogue, and we have many other friends, the lesbian friends or a gay friend. There is no difference between hetero couples or same-sex couple, and our kid is quite very tolerant. So if she meets you, and if she likes a handsome man. One of our colleagues, she's quite very handsome and bright, and she told me, if I were an adult, I would love him. And I told her, however, my colleague, he doesn't love a woman, he loves a man. She said, what a pity. So I cannot love him because he doesn't love me, he doesn't love a woman. He sees the couple going out or visiting our home, she will be no more surprised and will see a very normal thing. Another story is that the way she changed her mind towards transgender people. She said that, why? I hear their voice as a man, but their hair is very long as a woman. In case you meet people that you don't know how to call them, she won't call them she as the voice she hears, but she will ask them that, what do you want me to call you? He or she. Other people hear her questions.
Impressive.
They were very surprised. And even the transgender, the people being asked by her, they were quite a little bit embarrassed or confused. But we encourage her. And then we explain the reason why she has a question to them. And they're very happy, so that they can be called by our kid as him or her as they want. Whenever she saw the rainbow flag, She also, oh, ICS. You know, I can see ICS everywhere. We raised her question. Hey, if somebody in the class say to you that you have two mothers, it's quite strange. What do you say? We asked her. And she said that in case of the time, I would tell him that, oh, I'm luckier than you, I have two mothers, but you have only one. Or even if someone asks her that ways, oh, don't you have a father? You don't have a father, don't you? So we told her that if someone asks you that, you just say that your father is in Hanoi. You have a father. But in our case, we just want her to understand that she has father, mother, and another mother. That yes, we have a friend, and he likes to play with dolls, and he likes pink color. So I asked her, oh, so does the boy meet any like teasing in class? And she said that, yes, my friend called him Pede. She was quite angry when she hear people calling the term Pede. Or even we asked them, if you hear anybody call us Pede, what would you feel? She told us that if I hear that, I will go and fight them to protect you. As a person in Vietnam from the beginning of the movement, I must say that it was from inside the community, being inspired, and also we have more chance to learn from other country movement and to apply it into Vietnam to deal with the political situation in Vietnam. But everything just starts. So maybe we have the many difficulties toward us. So that's why we need to learn more from the world and to know and even to predict what could happen in the future, so we can arrange it.
But how to deal with this learning from abroad with the argument that being gay is a Western invasion?
This question was raised a lot in the beginning of 2000s. At the time, the approach of LGBT, of organizations working in the LGBT was much from the field of HIV and MSN. Being gay is a kind of easy, is a kind of Western style. That's why we work with the journalists and the media, because we see that the media affect a lot to the people thinking in Vietnam. If you see that there is an issue about LGBT in the newspaper, people will talk and discuss and debate about it. And if someone say it's the Western style or kind of disease, many other people will say, oh, LGBT is not a disease. You see the WHO, it's not a Western style, because we just don't know about it. It happened very long time in Vietnam, in China, in Asia. Yeah. So it's a long way. So we take step by step. So the negative things still happen, but less. Thanks.
Thank you.